Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. It's a lovely sunny day, although it's a bit chilly. It's end of October already. That's why we're going to be working in a greenhouse today. Let's go. And here I am in my greenhouse. Might be a bit echoey today. I cleared all the plants that were growing here. All the tomatoes and the sweet peppers are gone. The only thing that is left is my huge grape. That's a permanent planting. It's gonna stay here for years to come, hopefully. And there's a couple of strawberry plants. They're gonna stay here over winter as well. Hopefully they're gonna give me early crop of strawberries in spring. And I've noticed every here and there there's some garlic germinating. I think it's an elephant garlic actually. So I'll show you that in a second. I must have missed a couple of bulbs when I was harvesting the garlic. That can stay here as well. I don't have very high hopes for the garlic. So what I want to do today is clear the area up a bit, remove all the struggling weeds. There's not much really. And start sowing my winter salad in a greenhouse. It's gonna be Mizuna, winter radish, and my own lettuce. I might also pick some small lettuce plants from outside and plant it here for quicker crop. So that's the plan for today. Let's do some work. As I was telling you just a second ago, I'm getting some garlic germinating here. I think I can see only 3 at the moment. So there must have been garlic that I missed harvesting in the summer. They can stay here and maybe they're gonna grow next year. I don't have much hope for the garlic. Seems like my whole garden is infested with onion white rot, but I can always try. Apart from that, I need to clear some weeds. There's still some grass after the greenhouse disaster. That needs clearing as well. Yeah, and as I'm saying, just pick up some weeds. There's not that many of them. The leaves from the grape. And organize that soil a bit, and we can start sowing. Alright, so there's nothing to it really, just a little bit of raking and we'll see what I'm gonna get. So let's do some work. Right, that was quicker and easier than expected. So now let me get rid of the weeds. They can go straight on my compost. I think I need to water this ground before I do anything. It's very dry and dusty. And then we can start our sowing. And now just a quick rake to level up the soil. It doesn't need much. I've noticed there's few parsley plants growing here. They can stay here as well. More greenery for winter. That soil is still really dry. Okay, so I think my beds are ready for sowing on both sides. As I said before, I have a couple of strawberry plants here and few parsley plants. They're gonna stay here. On this side, there's 3 elephant garlics that I can see. There might be some more coming a bit later. But in between all those plants, I'm gonna sow my Mizuna, which is growing very well outside. I am assuming it's gonna grow even better in the greenhouse. My winter radish and some lettuce. So that's the plan for my winter salads this year. Let me do some sowing. So I have my seeds here. It's my China Rose Winter Radish, Mizuna, that's growing really well outside, and my own lettuce. So I think we can plant the radish and Mizuna on this side and lettuces on that side. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna use the bamboo stick to make straight lines just because it's easy. There's nothing to it really. The seeds don't have to go deep. They're just gonna be barely buried really. Okay, that's one line. And the second one probably a foot apart. And I'm gonna be planting one row of lettuces on that side. Okay, and as quick as that, we can start with the sowing. I'll start with my winter radish, China Rose. I've made my drills already. And all I need to do is spread some seeds. So I decided I'm gonna have one row of radishes and one row of Mizuna on this side and lettuce on that side. And just easy as that, sprinkle the seeds in the drill, not too thick. You want to give the plant some space to grow later on. The less is better, actually. Okay, that should do it. I still have enough for another sowing, maybe in the spring. And in the second row we can have some salad leaf Mizuna. It's a really nice plant, but I do like it in my salads and sandwiches. It's not that many seeds left, but a thin sprinkle should be enough. So that should do it. I'm just gonna cover it very slightly with the soil and give it another good watering. Those are tiny seeds, they don't need much covering really. They will germinate on the surface of the soil as well. But I want to avoid that. When I water the bed, that would dislodge all the seeds. They would germinate all over the place. I would much rather have them in one line, so I know what's what. It's much easier weeding that way. I am gonna do exactly the same on this side with my lettuce seeds, and I'll see you back here after I'm done. Alright, so I've done my sowing, and as I said before, I'm gonna plant some small lettuce that I have grown outside. That's just gonna give me a quicker harvest before the new sowing get a chance to grow. And hopefully, being autumn, almost winter, the lettuce is not gonna bolt anytime soon. I'm just planting it wherever I have space. I know I have a row of seeds in the middle of the bed, so I can plant the lettuce plants anywhere else. There's actually one plant, it's almost ready to harvest. I always harvest the lettuce as a single leaves. I never wait for the whole head of lettuce to grow. It gives much more leaves this way. So I can plant this whole clump straight in the ground. This plant won't even know that it has been transplanted. As I was saying, the temperature in the greenhouse is falling quite a lot at night. It went to 2.1, 2.8 degree last night. But as soon as we get any sun during the day, it's quite pleasant. It's 21 degrees at the moment here. So I think plants like lettuce and Mizuna or any other winter salad should be quite happy still until we get to frosty weather. But hopefully that's not for another month or so. Okay, so this is all nicely planted. I'm just gonna give it a quick water. Okay, so that was an easy job really, and quite satisfying, hopefully, fingers crossed. That's gonna provide me some greenery for autumn and winter, especially the autumn when it gets really cold. Even the lettuce and Mizuna won't grow. But that was an easy and quick job to do. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the garden very, very soon. Bye!